Johnny, about, I don't know, 5 years ago, I came up with this idea for a book, and I started to write it. It's called The Mountain That Grew Legs and Walked into the Sea. And I thought about it. I thought, well, there could be some families that kind of are shocked that their mountain's moving, and then kaplunk, it lands in the sea, and then where's it going to go? And then if it gets somewhere, it can grow legs back. The rocks are moving it, and it can climb up on the land and migrate around the world, having adventures of a kind in other areas and climates and things like that, different countries. The globalization is important because we can't see it anymore individualized. It's really everything we do affects everybody. And not that I want to change the beauty of different cultures. I don't want to change that, but I think educated people can continue on with the daily routine that's healthy for them and their families, while also getting to know different cultures and then coming home and I feel at home. I go back to our farm Afton, and I grew up there. So that's one reason I want to turn it into a foster care camp for children that are suffering, and want to get rid of the prison and, do that charity to make good with myself. If I make money that can do that, I would give like $4 million to the farm, would be plenty. But anyway, so I think the book, I tried writing it, and I was sending it to Paul De Pascali to check out a number of years ago, and he said keep writing, keep writing, like keep writing the story. But I was doing it out of Wikipedia. There's just no energy there. I think to write good stories, the artists have to go to the location that you're going to be writing about, so you get a feel for the culture. I mean, you can read history and stuff like that, but to really write good, you cannot write from a Wikipedia article. It just can't happen. But I would turn that over to another, it could be a cartoon, and I would turn that over to Disney to do good things with that. Of course, I want the lavender dogs in natural materials. I will not have stuffed animals in plastic. I hate plastic. I mean, I love it. It's a love-hate. If I'm going in the hospital and they're going to do a drip IV, yeah. I just think we need to touch base with Mother Earth more. And it seems like plastic's about the farthest thing from, even though it is nature, it's bad nature because a lot of it's toxic. So we got to... The other thing is bamboo in South America. You did blow. I don't know, but I know it's bad. And they can assemble them in Mexico, and then we can have recyclable carpets. I'm going to be like Bewitched or Tabitha, and I'm moving my nose. I am putting the ideas out just like seeds, and if other people like it, question me. I'll tell you more about the idea. And other people can... I think the NAMI is now getting into schools. I said, we need mental health in schools. We have to understand our brain chemistry. It's always been a really scary topic that people want to avoid. And I mean, there's lots of musicians and artists and that struggle. Some of the most creative people do struggle with chemical imbalance, and some of them do drugs and things like that, drink. But I think if we recognize it at an early age, it's just part of life. Everybody's got something. Some people have to take medicine, like you get a migraine headache and you take Midol or whatever, to make this, because to have peace, to have world peace, we really have to look at psychiatry and making it better, because it is not evil. I mean, don't take me away in handcuffs. That just looks bad. I'm just sick. And you don't need a locked ward. Most of the time you don't have to have it locked. Most of the time people will say, yeah, I'll come and go. Let me come back and check in the evenings after I go to my job, and we'll work on my sleep there and my medicines. If you take medicines for a heart attack or cancer or chemo, it is a deadly illness. And especially if it goes on too long and people ignore it and don't give them help, that's where the violence comes in. Somebody's really mentally ill to do violent acts, unless it's defense. And in the PDR, I do want mental illness labeled psychiatric violence as a mental illness, so we don't always have to send them to prison. And I think if we birth them and grow them just used to getting help and accepting it, not hiding, that we're going to have a lot less prisons. Thank you. Bless your heart.